God's plan for your life is unfolding right now, and if you're seeing this, it's not by accident. This moment is a divine appointment, orchestrated by God to position you for greatness. The divine favor that surrounds you has led you to this exact moment, where an important connection is about to be made. God is aligning every detail of your life for this precise moment. This is not just a coincidence, but part of His perfect plan. If you're reading this, you are about to experience a divine shift, a connection with a government official that will change everything. God has already paved the way for you, and He is orchestrating every step, every meeting, and every person to help you fulfill your divine purpose. Your faithfulness has brought you to this point, and now God is about to open doors of influence and opportunity like never before. The favor of God is upon you, and through this divine appointment, you will be positioned for greater purpose and impact. You were created for such a time as this, and this moment is the key to unlocking the next level of your destiny. God has been preparing you for this divine connection for years, and now is the time for it to come to fruition. This is not just any meeting, it's a moment where God's hand is at work, bringing people into your life who will help you step into your calling. You have been chosen for a greater purpose, and now God is aligning you with the right people to help fulfill that purpose. If you're seeing this, it means you are ready for the next step in your journey, a step toward divine influence and purpose. The doors that have been closed to you are about to swing wide open, and this meeting is the key to unlocking them. Trust that God has already prepared the hearts of those involved, and the timing of this appointment is no accident. This is a divine opportunity to connect with someone in authority who will recognize the greatness within you and help guide you to the next level. As you step into this divine appointment, trust that God is with you, guiding you every step of the way. Your obedience to God's calling has brought you to this moment, and now He is using this connection to bring His plan to pass. God has been preparing both you and this government official for this meeting, and together, you will bring forth the purpose God has set before you. This moment is a key turning point in your life, and God is positioning you for greatness. You have been faithful, and now God is about to open new doors of influence, favor, and opportunity. This divine appointment will serve as a launching pad for your next phase of purpose and fulfillment in God's plan for your life. God's plan is bigger than you can imagine, and this meeting is a stepping stone toward the extraordinary things He has in store for you. This is the moment you've been waiting for, a divine connection that will propel you into a new level of influence and opportunity. This meeting is not just a chance encounter. It's a divine connection designed by God to align you with the people who will help you fulfill your calling. God has placed a unique gift within you, and He is bringing you into contact with someone who will recognize that gift and help it flourish. The official you are about to meet is part of God's plan to elevate you and to open doors that will bring you into your destiny. This divine appointment is God's way of confirming the calling He has placed on your life and bringing you into greater alignment with His purpose. This is the beginning of a new season in your life, one that will be marked by divine favor, opportunity, and breakthrough. As you meet with this individual, know that it is God's hand at work, positioning you for the next phase of your divine destiny. God's timing is perfect, and this appointment is a moment where His plan for your life is about to unfold in powerful ways. Trust in God's guidance, and know that He has already paved the way for this meeting to take place at the perfect time. This is not just a meeting. It is a divine intersection where God is aligning you with someone who will help elevate you and open doors that will lead to your purpose. This divine appointment is a sign that God is with you, and He is orchestrating the events of your life for His glory and your fulfillment. God is raising you up, and this meeting is the confirmation that you are walking in the divine purpose He has called you to. Every step you've taken in faith, every moment of obedience, has led you to this divine appointment that will change everything. God has been working behind the scenes, preparing the hearts and minds of those involved in this meeting to help you fulfill your destiny. This divine connection is just the beginning of what God is going to do in your life, and it will lead you to new levels of influence, favor, and impact. As you step into this meeting, be confident in the fact that God has already equipped you with everything you need to succeed. This is a divine moment, one that will set you on the path to greater opportunities, higher purpose, and abundant blessings. Know that God is orchestrating this divine connection to position you for your next season of purpose and fulfillment. You have been faithful, and now God is opening doors that will lead you to the fulfillment of your divine destiny. God is using this meeting to bring you into alignment with the right people at the right time, so that His will can be done in your life. As you meet with this government official, trust that God's favor is upon you, and He is guiding the conversation to bring His plan to pass. This divine appointment is part of God's larger plan for your life, and it is a moment that will lead you to greater purpose and influence. Trust in God's plan, and know that He is using this moment to set the stage for the next steps in your divine destiny. This appointment is a key turning point, one that will open new doors, reveal new opportunities, and lead you to greater fulfillment of God's will. As you walk into this meeting, walk with the confidence that God has already prepared the way and that He is with you every step of the way. This is not just an ordinary meeting, it is a moment where God is about to elevate you, connect you with influential people, and align you with His divine purposes. Know that this divine appointment is the beginning of something great in your life. God's plan for your destiny is unfolding before your eyes. The source of your divine authority is rooted in the unfailing power of God Himself. This power is not temporary or limited. It is eternal and unchanging, coming directly from the Creator of the universe. God's power is the foundation of your authority, and when you walk in His power, you are walking in a strength that transcends earthly limitations. The same power that created the heavens and the earth is the power that resides within you, empowering you to fulfill your divine purpose. This is not a power that comes from your own strength, abilities, or intellect. It comes solely from the Creator, who has called you for this very moment. When you understand that your authority is backed by God's power, you will begin to walk with greater confidence and boldness. The power of God is limitless and boundless, and it will never run out. It is a constant source of strength and guidance in your life. As God's chosen vessel, His power equips you for every task, every challenge, and every opportunity that He places before you. The unfailing power of God guarantees that no matter what happens, His will always be accomplished in your life. When you recognize that your authority is founded on God's infinite power, you will no longer fear or shrink back from the challenges you face. This power is not just for your benefit, it is meant to be used to advance God's kingdom, to help others, and to bring glory to His name. Your divine authority is not derived from earthly sources, but from the unshakable, all-powerful God who reigns over all creation. God's power does not depend on circumstances or the limitations of this world. It is infinite, and it works through you to fulfill His will. The more you embrace the source of your authority, the more you will see how God's power works in every area of your life. This authority is not given to you as a temporary blessing. It is an eternal right that flows from the very heart of God. Your authority is part of God's perfect plan for your life, and His power will always be sufficient to fulfill that plan. When you exercise your authority, it is not in your own strength, but in the strength of the One who is all-powerful and all-knowing. God's power does not waver or fade. It is constant, unwavering, and always available to you when you walk in His will. The foundation of your authority is the same power that raised Jesus from the dead, and that power lives within you today. With this divine power comes the ability to overcome any challenge, to speak life over dead situations, and to see God's will manifested in the world. Your authority is sustained by God's eternal power, and He will continually empower you to carry out the purpose He has for you. When you rely on God's power, you can face anything that comes your way, knowing that His strength is far greater than any obstacle. The authority you carry is not a source of pride or arrogance, but a tool to fulfill God's purposes on earth with humility and obedience. God's power empowers you to do what you could not do on your own, to perform the impossible, to overcome fear, and to break through barriers. This power is not yours to control or manipulate. It is given to you by God, and it is meant to be used for His glory and the advancement of His kingdom. As you walk in the divine authority given to you, remember that it is God's power, not your own, that enables you to accomplish great things. God's unfailing power gives you the authority to speak into situations, declare God's will, and see transformation happen. This power is perfect in its strength and wisdom, and when you operate in it, you can be confident that God's will always prevail. You are not walking alone in this divine authority. God's power is always with you, guiding you and strengthening you to fulfill your purpose. The source of your authority gives you the power to lead, to heal, to deliver, and to speak life into any situation you encounter. With God's unfailing power behind you, you have the ability to break chains, cast out fear, and bring about the spiritual breakthroughs needed in your life and the lives of others. When you feel weak, God's power is your strength. When you feel unsure, His wisdom guides you and gives you direction. This power is not temporary or fleeting. It is the eternal, unchanging power of God that will continue to work in your life until His plan is fully realized. Through His power, you have been equipped to carry out the specific purpose He has for your life. Nothing can stop His plan for you. The authority God has given you is His gift to you, and His power is the source that ensures you will walk in that authority successfully. Your authority comes from a place of deep spiritual connection with God, and His power fuels that connection, making it stronger with every step of faith you take. God's power is so vast and uncontainable that when you walk in it, you are walking in a strength that surpasses any earthly limitations. The more you surrender to God's will, the more you will experience His power working through you, enabling you to do the impossible. Your divine authority is a gift, and the power to walk in that authority comes from God's love and grace. Never forget that it is not by your own works, but by His mercy. This power does not operate based on what you can see or understand. It operates according to God's perfect plan and timing. Through His divine power, you are able to navigate life's challenges, knowing that He is always at work within you to fulfill His purposes. God's power gives you the ability to perform supernatural tasks, but it also empowers you to live a life of integrity, love, and service. Every time you use your authority, you are tapping into the eternal, limitless power of God, and His will begins to unfold around you. This divine power is not a weapon for destruction, but a tool for healing, for restoration, and for the fulfillment of God's kingdom on earth. You are God's chosen instrument, and the power you carry is meant to bring His kingdom into the world and to help people experience His love. The source of your authority guarantees that no weapon formed against you will prosper because you are backed by the undefeated power of God. God's power is unmatched in its greatness, and when you walk in this power, you are walking in a strength that cannot be shaken. This power is available to you at all times. God does not withhold His strength from those who walk in obedience and trust in Him. When you recognize that God's power is the source of your authority, you will begin to walk with greater confidence, knowing that you are divinely equipped for every task. This divine authority enables you to speak the word of God into any situation and see it change because His power is greater than any force in the world. As you walk in the authority given to you by God, you can be assured that His power will always work for your good and His glory. Your authority is not just for your own benefit, but for the purpose of advancing God's will in the world. He has equipped you to make a difference. The strength you have is not from within. It is from God, who fills you with His power and enables you to walk in authority. God's power works through you to accomplish His plan. When you act in faith, His power activates and works on your behalf. You are walking in divine authority because you have been chosen by God, and His power enables you to fulfill the purpose He has set before you. As you stand firm in your divine authority, you will see the power of God moving in your life and creating the conditions necessary for His will to unfold. The authority God has given you is a reflection of His trust in you, and His power strengthens you for the challenges ahead. Through His power, you can take authority over the enemy's schemes, bring healing to the broken, and speak truth to those who need it. God's power will never fail or disappoint. It is a constant source of strength that will never run dry, and it is always available to you. This power enables you to accomplish God's purpose with strength, wisdom, and grace, and it will be the foundation for every victory you experience. You can do all things through Christ, who strengthens you with His divine power and equips you to walk in your purpose. God's power is what makes the impossible possible, and it is the source of your authority to change the world around you. When you exercise the authority given to you by God, you do so with the assurance that His power is behind every step you take. This power is greater than any force on earth. It is the power that holds the universe together, and it is the power that lives within you. As you walk in the authority of God, His power will continually renew and strengthen you, enabling you to persevere through every trial. God's unfailing power will guide you, protect you, and equip you for every assignment He gives you as you walk in your divine authority. This is not the power of man, but the eternal power of God, and it is through His power that you are able to accomplish the impossible. Trust in God's power, knowing that it is sufficient for all your needs, and that He will provide everything you need to fulfill His plan. Your divine authority is an outpouring of God's love for you, and He has empowered you to bring His kingdom to earth through that authority. As you walk in God's power, you will begin to see the fruit of your labor, knowing that it is His power that has made it all possible. God's power is a constant source of renewal, filling you with fresh strength and courage as you walk out your calling with confidence. When you exercise your divine authority, you are partnering with God to bring His will to earth, and His power guarantees that His will be done. The more you yield to God's power, the more you will see His presence and strength flowing through you, allowing you to fulfill your divine destiny. Trust in God's plan and His power, knowing that you are His chosen vessel, and His authority and strength are always available to you. The authority you walk in is not your own. It is the power of God working through you, and it will bring great transformation to the world. Your divine authority gives you the ability to change the atmosphere wherever you go, because God's power goes with you. God's unfailing power gives you the authority to declare His promises and to see them manifest in your life, regardless of external circumstances. The more you trust in God's power, the more you will experience His presence, which strengthens you and empowers you to accomplish great things. Your divine authority is a reflection of God's love and His trust in you to carry out His will on earth, and He has equipped you with everything you need. Walk confidently in the authority God has given you, knowing that His power is always at work within you and through you. With God's power, you can face any trial, overcome any obstacle, and see victory because His strength is sufficient for you. God's power empowers you to live a life that reflects His greatness, and as you walk in His authority, you bring His light into the world. Every time you use your divine authority, you are operating in the supernatural strength of God, accomplishing His will in the earth. God's unfailing power is the foundation of your authority, and as you step into your divine calling, you will see His strength displayed through your actions. Embrace the power that God has placed within you, and trust that it will always be enough to fulfill the purpose He has set before you. God's power working through you is a force that will transform your life, your circumstances, and those around you. As you exercise your divine authority, God's power will continuously renew your strength and fill you with the wisdom you need to navigate life's challenges. Walk in faith, knowing that God's power is at work in you, enabling you to accomplish everything He has called you to do. The more you recognize the power of God within you, the more you will see His authority at work in every area of your life. Your divine authority is not about control or manipulation. It is about allowing God's power to flow through you to accomplish His will. Trust that as you walk in divine authority, God will use His power to guide, strengthen, and bless you beyond measure. As you continue to walk in God's authority, you will witness the fullness of His power unfold in your life, bringing breakthroughs, favor, and purpose. The more you trust in the source of your authority, the more you will see the mighty works of God manifest in your life. Recognize that God's power is working in you and through you to accomplish great things for His glory. This power is not something you need to fear or question. It is a blessing and a privilege to carry the authority of the Creator. As you walk in divine authority, God's power will continue to uphold you, providing everything you need to fulfill His calling. You are a carrier of God's power, and as you move forward, you will see His hand of favor guide and sustain you. Your divine authority is a reflection of God's love for you, and His power will continue to work through you to accomplish His will. With every step of faith, you are walking in the power of God, and that power will lead you to victory, fulfillment, and divine success. Trust in God's power and walk boldly in the authority He has given you, knowing that He will lead you to fulfill your divine purpose. This meeting is not just a casual interaction, it is a divine appointment orchestrated by God to elevate you in ways you cannot yet imagine. God has been preparing you for this moment for a long time, and now is the time for you to walk into the fulfillment of His promises. This appointment is a divine setup where your purpose aligns with the opportunity God has created just for you. As you enter this meeting, know that it is a moment where your destiny is being unlocked and doors are about to swing wide open. This is the opportunity you have been waiting for. The time for divine favor and the manifestation of your purpose is now. The government official you are meeting with is not just a person in power, they are part of God's plan to propel you into your next season of purpose. This meeting is a clear sign that God is elevating you to a new level of influence, responsibility, and spiritual authority. It's important to understand that this is not just a meeting about earthly success. It is about fulfilling God's divine will for your life. God has orchestrated this moment as a way of confirming the calling He has placed on your life and moving you into the next phase of your journey. This is a moment where your vision, which God has placed within you, is about to be recognized and supported by someone who can help you realize it. As you step into this meeting, trust that God is guiding you and providing everything you need to make a powerful impact. The divine favor on your life is evident, and this official will see something in you that others may not recognize or appreciate. This meeting is God's way of bringing His promises into fruition. He is setting the stage for greater influence and responsibility in your life. The connection you are about to make with this government official is not accidental. It is part of God's perfect timing for your purpose. Your purpose is not just about personal success. It is about impacting the world for God's kingdom. And this meeting will be a key part of that journey. Through this divine connection, you will find doors that were once closed now opening wide, giving you access to opportunities that will bring God's purpose to pass. This meeting marks the beginning of a new season, one where God is positioning you to step into a greater calling and an expanded influence. Trust that this divine appointment is the confirmation you have been waiting for. God is actively at work, moving you closer to the fulfillment of your destiny. You may have faced obstacles in the past, but through this meeting, God will remove those barriers and align everything to move you forward. As you sit with the official, know that God's favor will go before you, guiding every conversation, every decision, and every action. This meeting is more than just a conversation, it is a divine intersection where God's will for your life is being revealed. The doors of opportunity that were once closed are about to swing open, and through this meeting, God will provide you with the resources to move forward. Every step you have taken in faith, every prayer you have prayed, has led you to this divine moment where God is about to reveal new opportunities. God is at work behind the scenes, using this meeting as the catalyst that will launch you into a new chapter of influence and impact. This is a turning point, a divine moment where God's plan for your life is coming into clearer focus, and you are stepping into the next phase of His purpose. The official you are meeting with will not just see your gifts, they will recognize the divine calling that has been placed upon your life. As you meet with them, trust that God has been working in their heart, preparing them to help you step into the fullness of your destiny. Through this connection, God will provide you with the mentorship, guidance, and support you need to fulfill your mission. This is a moment of divine alignment, where God's purpose for your life intersects with the opportunity and influence you have been waiting for. Be confident in the fact that God has already gone before you and prepared the hearts of those who will be part of your journey. This meeting is a divine gift, a door of opportunity that has been opened by God to propel you into the next level of your calling. God has been preparing you for this moment, and He is now aligning you with the right people, resources, and influence to make your vision a reality. You are about to walk into a season of breakthrough. Through this meeting, God is opening doors that will lead you to new opportunities and favor. Through this appointment, God is revealing the next step in your journey, providing the clarity and direction you need to move forward. This is your moment to step into the fullness of your calling, to take the next step in fulfilling God's purpose for your life. The official you are about to meet has been strategically placed in your life to help you gain access to the opportunities you need to fulfill your divine purpose. This connection is a blessing from God. Through it, you will see your vision and calling begin to unfold in ways you never thought possible. Trust in God's wisdom and timing as you enter this meeting. He has already prepared the way and will guide you to make the most of this divine opportunity. This meeting is not just about advancing your personal goals. It is about advancing God's kingdom on earth through the influence and authority He has given you. As you meet with this government official, understand that this is a divine moment for both you and them. It is a partnership orchestrated by God for a greater purpose. The favor of God will be evident in this meeting, and as you align with His purpose, you will see doors swing open and opportunities that once seemed impossible now come to fruition. Through this meeting, God will position you to step into a new level of authority and influence, one that will have a lasting impact on the world around you. This divine appointment will bring clarity to your purpose, provide the resources you need, and open doors to opportunities that will bring you into the next stage of your destiny. As you walk into this moment, walk confidently, knowing that God has already prepared you for this appointment and is with you every step of the way. This meeting is a divine moment of confirmation. God is revealing His plan for your life, and you are walking into a season of divine favor and purpose. The meeting you are about to have will not only change your life, but will also impact others. As you step into the role God has set before you, the official will recognize the divine calling on your life and will be moved to help you step into the destiny God has for you. This moment will serve as a catalyst for change, opening up opportunities for you to influence people, policies, and places in ways you never thought possible. As you sit down with this official, remember that you carry the favor and authority of God with you, and His power is at work through every word and action. This is a season of divine alignment, a moment where the pieces of God's plan for your life are coming together, and you are stepping into a new level of purpose and fulfillment. The government official is just one person, but God is using them to unlock the potential in you and help you step into a new realm of influence and impact. This divine appointment will provide you with the favor, resources, and connections you need to fulfill your calling and influence the world around you. Know that every detail of this meeting has been divinely orchestrated by God. Trust that He is using this opportunity to bring His plan into fruition. As you meet with the official, trust that God will give you the wisdom, guidance, and boldness to speak with clarity and confidence about your calling and vision. This divine appointment will provide you with the clarity and direction you need to move forward in the next phase of your journey. Through this meeting, God will confirm the path you're on and give you the strength and resources needed to walk it out. The doors that were once closed will now be open to you, and this meeting will provide the keys to unlocking the next level of your destiny. The official you are meeting with has been divinely appointed to recognize your potential and help you step into the fulfillment of God's promises for your life. This meeting is a moment of divine favor. Through it, you will find the support, encouragement, and resources needed to fulfill your purpose and destiny. God is using this connection to propel you into a season of new opportunities, greater influence, and the fulfillment of His divine plan for your life. The meeting with this official is more than just a step forward in your journey. It is a divine opening of doors that will lead to greater favor, resources, and opportunities. God is preparing you to take the next step in His plan, and this divine connection is the key that will unlock new levels of influence and authority. As you step into this meeting, remember that God is with you. He is guiding your words, actions, and decisions to align with His will. Trust that this appointment will be the beginning of a new chapter, one filled with favor, influence, and the fulfillment of God's promises. The official you are meeting with may not fully understand the significance of this moment, but trust that God is working through them to bring His plan to pass. This moment is a confirmation that God's plan for your life is unfolding, and He is positioning you for greatness in the world around you. Through this meeting, you will be positioned to step into the fullness of your calling. God is using this moment to elevate you and open doors that will lead you to your destiny. The divine appointment you are about to experience is just the beginning of a new season of influence, favor, and divine purpose. This connection is part of God's perfect plan, and it will help you move forward in fulfilling your calling, spreading His light, and bringing His kingdom to earth. As you walk into this meeting, be confident in the fact that God has already gone before you. He has prepared the way for this divine connection. Trust that this meeting is a catalyst for breakthrough, providing the resources, connections, and opportunities you need to move into the next phase of your journey. This meeting will not just bring personal success, it will open the doors to fulfilling the larger purpose that God has set before you. Through this appointment, God is about to accelerate your progress and position you for greater impact in your community, nation, and the world. The official you are meeting with is not just someone in authority. They are part of the divine plan that God is unfolding in your life. This divine connection will not only bring personal growth, but will also position you to influence others and fulfill your calling to bring God's kingdom to earth. Know that this moment is a divine opportunity, one that will open new doors and provide the favor, resources, and support you need to move forward. Trust in the power of divine timing. This appointment is part of God's perfect plan, and it will unlock the doors to greater favor and success. As you step into this meeting, trust that God is using this official to help you step into your destiny and fulfill your divine purpose. You are walking into this meeting with divine favor and authority. God is positioning you for greatness and for the fulfillment of His plan. Through this divine appointment, God will provide you with the tools, wisdom, and favor you need to fulfill your calling and influence the world around you. Every step of your journey has led you to this moment, and now God is using this connection to propel you into the next level of your destiny. This meeting will mark a new beginning. God is opening doors that will bring favor, opportunities, and resources into your life. As you meet with this official, know that it is God who is orchestrating every part of this meeting, and that His purpose will be fulfilled through it. This meeting is just the beginning of a new season in your life, one that will be filled with favor, influence, and the fulfillment of God's promises. Trust that through this connection, God is positioning you to fulfill your purpose, bring His kingdom to earth, and influence the world around you. The official you are meeting with is part of God's divine plan for your life. Through them, God is opening doors of opportunity that will lead to greater influence. Every challenge, every victory has prepared you for this moment, and now God is using this divine appointment to propel you to the next level. This meeting will be a defining moment in your life, a divine moment where your purpose is affirmed and your calling is made clear. Through this divine connection, God is giving you access to people, resources, and opportunities that will allow you to step into your calling. Trust that God is already at work, orchestrating this moment, and that through this meeting, you will see His plan unfold in powerful ways. This divine appointment is part of God's greater purpose for your life. It is a moment of alignment that will propel you into your next level of purpose. As you enter this meeting, trust that God will guide every word you speak and every decision you make, ensuring that His will is done. Through this connection, you will gain the resources and support needed to step into the fullness of your calling and influence the world around you. This is your moment. Step into it with confidence, knowing that God is guiding you and that this meeting is part of His perfect plan. Every opportunity that comes from this divine connection is a step closer to fulfilling the greater purpose that God has set for your life. This meeting will open the doors to your divine destiny. Trust that God is using this moment to set you on the path to greater purpose and influence. God is setting you up for success, and through this meeting, He will position you to make a lasting impact in the world for His glory. Trust that God is with you, and as you walk into this meeting, know that it is part of the divine plan to elevate you and fulfill His purpose. This meeting is a divine setup for your destiny. Walk confidently into it, knowing that it will lead to greater influence, favor, and success. Through this divine appointment, God is preparing you to step into the fullness of your calling and walk in the authority and purpose He has designed for you. Preparation is key. Before you step into this divine appointment, take some time to reflect on your purpose and the reason for this meeting. Begin with prayer, asking God to guide your steps, your words, and your heart during this meeting. Trust that God will give you the wisdom and clarity to navigate the conversation with confidence and grace. Take a moment to reflect on the vision God has placed in your heart. This is your opportunity to clearly articulate that vision. Ask God to give you the right words to speak, knowing that He will provide the wisdom and insight you need in the moment. Write down your key points and goals for the meeting. Prepare to present your vision and purpose with clarity and focus. Be confident in the calling God has placed on your life. This is a divine opportunity, and you are equipped with everything you need to succeed. Take a few moments to meditate on God's promises over your life, reminding yourself that He is with you and guiding you every step of the way. Before the meeting, spend some time reflecting on your journey so far. Recognize how far God has brought you and how He is setting you up for this moment. Be open to the possibility that God might use this meeting in ways you hadn't expected. Trust that He has a purpose for every interaction. Remember that this is not just a meeting for personal gain. It is an opportunity to fulfill your God-given purpose and to influence others for His kingdom. When you pray, ask God to help you stay humble, focused, and receptive to His leading throughout the meeting. Take time to visualize the outcome of the meeting. See yourself walking in divine favor, speaking with confidence, and making a lasting impact. Reflect on the specific steps God has taken to get you to this moment. He has already prepared the way. This meeting is the next step in His plan. Prepare to share your story and experiences. God has worked in your life, and others need to hear how He has brought you to this point. Take note of the values and principles that are important to you and make sure you remain true to them during the meeting. Don't shy away from discussing your goals and dreams. This is your moment to share what God has placed in your heart and to see it recognized by others. As you prepare, focus on being a good listener as well. This meeting is not just about speaking, it's also about understanding the perspective of the official. Ask God to give you the ability to listen actively, to hear the underlying needs and concerns of the official, and to respond in ways that align with His will. Remember that God is with you in this meeting. He will speak through you and will provide the necessary words and wisdom in every moment. Consider how this meeting can be a stepping stone, not just for your success, but for advancing God's kingdom. Think about how you can serve through this divine connection. Before walking into the meeting, take a deep breath and remind yourself that this is God's opportunity for you. He has already prepared everything. Dress confidently and appropriately for the meeting. God has called you to represent His kingdom, so present yourself with honor and dignity. Practice your speaking points beforehand, but also remain flexible and open to the guidance of the Holy Spirit. Don't be afraid to be bold. God has given you a spirit of courage, not of fear. Trust that He will give you the strength to speak confidently. Remember that the official you're meeting with is part of God's divine plan for your life. Approach the meeting with the confidence that God has already gone before you. Be prepared for the meeting to take unexpected turns. Sometimes, God uses moments of surprise or uncertainty to lead you to greater breakthroughs. Reflect on the reasons why you have been chosen for this moment. God has set you apart, and His favor is on you. Walk into this meeting with the knowledge that you are empowered by Him. Ask God to give you the strength to stand firm in your beliefs and the wisdom to know when to speak and when to listen. Trust that God is working through you in this meeting. He will give you the right words to speak at the right time. Practice being calm and composed. Even if the meeting feels overwhelming, remember that God is in control and He will provide peace. Prepare to share specific ways in which God has been moving in your life, but also be open to how He might move during this meeting. If there are any specific questions or concerns you have, pray for clarity on how to address them with wisdom and tact. Stay focused on your purpose. The official you are meeting with may bring up challenges, but know that God has already prepared you to overcome them. As you prepare, trust that God is opening doors in ways that you cannot fully see yet. Keep your heart open to His direction. Reaffirm that this meeting is not just about you. It is about fulfilling God's purpose for your life and advancing His kingdom. Before the meeting, take a few minutes to remind yourself of your calling and the impact you are meant to make. This will help you stay aligned with your purpose during the meeting. If you feel nervous, remember that God has called you for such a time as this, and He will provide everything you need to succeed. Trust in God's timing and His plan. This meeting is part of a much larger picture, and you are playing a vital role in bringing it to fruition. Know that God has already gone before you. The official is ready to meet you, and God is preparing the way for the conversation to be fruitful. Focus on your strengths and the ways in which God has equipped you for this meeting. He has given you all you need to succeed. Be prepared to speak with humility, but also with confidence in the authority God has given you. This is a divine opportunity. Take a moment to thank God for the favor He is bestowing upon you in this meeting, recognizing that it is all part of His plan for your life. As you prepare, ask God to guide your thoughts and remove any fear or anxiety. Trust that He is in control. Reflect on how this meeting fits into your greater purpose and how God is using it to fulfill His promises for your life. Be aware of your body language. How you present yourself can leave a lasting impression. Stand tall, walk confidently, and speak clearly. Be ready to make an impact. This meeting is more than a conversation. It's a chance to influence others for God's kingdom and to walk in His divine purpose. Keep in mind that this meeting is not just about you gaining something. It is about advancing God's plan and fulfilling His will for your life. Pray for discernment in the meeting. Ask God to help you read between the lines to understand the deeper meaning behind what is being said. Trust that the official will be moved by your vision, your faith, and your commitment to fulfilling God's plan. Reflect on how this divine connection is meant to bring you closer to your purpose, and trust that God will guide every step of this interaction. Prepare for the meeting by considering how you can serve the official and others through your vision, as serving others is a key part of fulfilling God's calling. As you step into the meeting, remember that you are an ambassador for God's kingdom. This is your chance to represent His purposes on earth. Don't be afraid to ask questions or seek clarification during the meeting. God will provide you with the wisdom to navigate the conversation. Remember that this is not just about getting your own way. This meeting is about aligning with God's will and fulfilling His divine purpose for your life. If any doubts or fears arise, take a moment to remind yourself of God's promises and the authority He has given you to fulfill His will. Prepare to share how your journey has led you to this point and how you are ready to embrace the next steps that God is revealing to you. Take time to review any relevant documents or information you may need for the meeting, ensuring you are well prepared to speak with clarity and authority. Approach the meeting with the mindset of a servant, knowing that your purpose is to advance God's kingdom and fulfill His plan, not just to seek personal gain. Prepare to speak with authenticity. Let your passion and conviction be a testament to the faith God has placed in you. Trust in God's ability to work through this meeting. He will guide your actions, your decisions, and your speech. As you prepare, remember that this is not about impressing others with your abilities, but about allowing God's power to shine through you. Stay grounded in the fact that this meeting is part of God's divine plan. He has orchestrated everything for this moment. Be ready to speak truthfully and from your heart. God is using your story, your faith, and your purpose to make an impact. Pray for humility, patience, and the ability to hear what God is saying to you during this meeting. Practice maintaining calmness under pressure. Even if the meeting takes unexpected turns, trust that God will guide you and provide peace. Prepare to be a witness for God. This meeting is an opportunity to demonstrate how He has shaped and prepared you for this moment. Trust that God will provide all the answers you need. If you don't have the answer immediately, trust that He will provide it in due time. Spend time reflecting on the skills, talents, and experiences that God has given you. These are the tools that will help you succeed in this meeting. Remember that this is an opportunity to represent God's kingdom on earth. Be a light to those around you, including the official you're meeting with. Before you meet, pray that God will remove any distractions or anxieties, allowing you to focus on the task at hand. Keep your mind and heart open. God may use this meeting to give you new insight or wisdom that you had not anticipated. Reflect on the divine calling that has brought you to this point. This meeting is just the beginning of a new season in your life. Take time to acknowledge how far God has brought you and thank Him for this divine connection. Don't be afraid to lean on God's strength and wisdom. This is His plan unfolding, and He will guide every aspect of it. Prepare yourself spiritually, emotionally, and mentally for the meeting. This is an important moment in your journey. Remember that God's favor is upon you. Walk into this meeting with the confidence that He has already paved the way. Be ready to make a lasting impression. God is using this moment to advance His kingdom, and He will guide your steps. Approach the meeting with a spirit of gratitude, knowing that God has prepared this divine connection for your good and His glory. As you walk into the meeting, ask God to use this opportunity to speak through you, to guide the conversation, and to open new doors of opportunity. Focus on the long-term purpose of the meeting. It's not just about this moment, it's about the larger plan God has for your life and others' lives. Be humble and receptive. God may speak to you through the official or give you new understanding about your next steps. Reflect on God's promises for your life and trust that He will fulfill them through this meeting and the connections it brings. This meeting is a step forward in God's plan. Prepare yourself to walk in faith and expect miracles as God leads you. Stay true to your values and principles. God will guide you to make decisions that are in alignment with His will. Trust that God will give you the right timing to share your vision and purpose clearly with the official. As you prepare, take time to meditate on the goals of the meeting. What do you hope to accomplish? Ask God to align your goals with His will. Remember that this is not just about what you will receive, but about what you can give. Look for opportunities to serve through this divine connection. Be ready to engage in this meeting with a spirit of cooperation and openness, knowing that God is guiding both you and the official. Stay positive and hopeful. God is with you in this meeting, and He will bring about His will, no matter the circumstances. Don't be afraid to share your dreams and vision. This is your opportunity to speak boldly about the calling God has placed on your life. Prepare to offer solutions that align with God's will. This meeting is an opportunity to show how God has equipped you to make a difference. Trust in God's plan and approach this divine appointment with excitement, knowing that He is guiding you every step of the way. Be mindful of your attitude. Stay humble, confident, and open to the wisdom that God will provide through the official. Prepare your heart to receive guidance and insight. God may speak to you in unexpected ways during this meeting. This meeting is about more than just getting your needs met. It's about fulfilling God's larger purpose in your life. Prepare to leave this meeting with clarity, direction, and new opportunities to fulfill God's will. As you prepare, remember that God is at the center of everything. This is His plan, and He will ensure that His will is accomplished. Stay grounded in your faith. This meeting is an opportunity to trust God, to follow His lead, and to make an impact on the world around you. Walk confidently into this divine appointment, knowing that God has already gone before you, and He will guide you through every moment of it. As you step into this divine appointment, remember that you are walking in alignment with God's perfect plan for your life. This meeting is not just a moment in time. It is a divine shift where God is moving you closer to your purpose and destiny. You have been chosen for such a time as this, and every step of your journey has led you to this pivotal moment. Through this divine connection, God is unlocking new opportunities, favor, and resources that will propel you into your next season of purpose. Trust that this meeting is a step toward fulfilling your God-given calling, and that God's hand is at work in every detail. Know that God is guiding you through this moment, providing you with the wisdom and grace you need to speak and act according to His will. This divine appointment is not just about personal success. It is about fulfilling God's greater purpose on earth. As you move forward in this meeting, know that you are carrying the favor and authority of God with you. The official you meet with is a key part of God's plan for your life, and through this connection, you will find new opportunities to influence and serve. This moment is a divine confirmation of the calling God has placed on your life, and it will propel you into new realms of influence and impact. The doors that have been closed will now open, and through this meeting, you will gain access to the resources and opportunities needed to fulfill your calling. Trust in the process and in God's timing. This is His plan unfolding before your eyes, and He is with you every step of the way. Every word spoken, every action taken in this meeting will be guided by God's wisdom, bringing you closer to the fulfillment of your destiny. This meeting is a key part of the divine orchestration in your life. God is using it to position you for greater influence and service. The official you are meeting with will be used by God to help you step into your divine purpose and provide the support you need to succeed. Take a moment to reflect on how far God has brought you. This meeting is the result of your obedience, faith, and trust in Him. Trust that God is orchestrating every detail of this meeting, and that it is part of His greater plan for your life. The purpose of this meeting goes beyond personal gain. It is about advancing God's kingdom on earth through your influence and calling. God has already gone before you, preparing the hearts of those involved in this meeting, ensuring that His will is done. As you step into this divine appointment, remember that you are equipped with everything you need to succeed. God has prepared you for this moment. This meeting will bring clarity, direction, and opportunities to move forward in your journey. God is using this moment to reveal the next steps in His plan for you. Be confident in the fact that you are walking in divine purpose, and that God is at work in every part of this meeting. The favor you carry will be recognized, and God will use this connection to propel you to new levels of influence and opportunity. Know that this meeting is not an isolated event. It is part of a larger plan where God is aligning people, resources, and opportunities to help you fulfill your purpose. Trust that this divine appointment will open doors for you to step into a greater season of purpose, influence, and impact. As you engage with the official, speak with clarity and confidence, knowing that God is guiding every word and every action. This is a divine moment of acceleration. Through this meeting, God is advancing His plan for your life and bringing you into a new level of alignment. Take this moment to reaffirm your commitment to God's calling. Know that He is using this meeting to equip you for greater things. You are not walking into this meeting alone. God's presence, favor, and guidance are with you, leading you into new opportunities and breakthroughs. The official you are meeting with will recognize your gifts, vision, and purpose, and God will use them to help propel you forward. This meeting will not just change your life, it will change the lives of others as you step into your divine purpose and begin to influence the world around you. Through this connection, God is revealing new avenues for you to walk in your calling and to make a lasting impact on the world. God has placed you in this moment for a reason, and He is using this divine connection to fulfill His greater purpose in your life. This is a time of divine elevation. God is positioning you for greater influence, responsibility, and authority in His kingdom. Trust in God's plan and walk boldly into this meeting, knowing that He is working in ways you cannot yet see. Every step you take in faith, every decision you make in alignment with God's will, brings you closer to fulfilling your divine purpose. This meeting is just the beginning of a new chapter, one where you will see doors open, opportunities arise, and favor flow in ways you never thought possible. As you step into this moment, trust that God is working through you to bring His kingdom to earth and fulfill His divine plan. Know that this divine connection is part of a larger story, a story where God is using your life to make a difference in the world. Your purpose is unfolding before your eyes, and through this meeting, you are stepping into the fullness of the calling God has placed on your life. Through this divine appointment, God is confirming the direction you've been walking in and providing the clarity you need to take the next steps. The official you are meeting with will recognize the divine calling on your life and will play a crucial role in helping you fulfill it. This meeting will bring you closer to your destiny. It is a divine moment where God's plans for your life are being revealed and set into motion. Trust that this is the beginning of a new season, a season where you will walk in greater favor, authority, and purpose. As you step into this divine moment, know that God has been preparing you for this connection, and He is guiding you every step of the way. The official you meet with will be a key part of your journey, and through their support, God will elevate you to new levels of influence and opportunity. This meeting is a sign that you are walking in divine purpose, and that God is setting the stage for greater things to come in your life. Every step you take, every action you make in this meeting is divinely orchestrated to align with God's will for your life and His plan for the world. As you step into this moment, trust that God is with you and that His favor will guide you in every conversation, decision, and interaction. This meeting marks the beginning of a new chapter in your life. Walk boldly into it, knowing that you are stepping into your divine purpose, empowered by God's favor and grace.